What's up, two people? It's Denny.
And this is James from TeaDB.org, bringing you episode number 259. Still at it. We got some Japanese green tea. This is maybe a once every 50 episode thing, so you guys better fucking enjoy it.
Well, this was imported by
me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was legal, but
yeah,
it was. So I was actually just in Japan. I was in Osaka, which is very close to some of the tea growing regions out there.
Right.
So I actually got this tea from a tea shop that was founded in the year 1160. So I think it's the oldest tea shop in the world, actually. So I don't know. Let's try their tea.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Their tea is probably not 1,000 years old, but
nor would we want it to be. This is some Japanese green tea,
so we want fresh, crisp.
So this is some Gyokuro,
Right.
and it's the Fujitsubo, if I'm saying that right. It's shade-grown green tea.
Okay.
We're going to use really low temperatures. They told me they brew this at 40 degrees Celsius, which is about 100 degrees. I'm brewing it a little bit hotter than that.
Yeah.
And
did you has a very sweet, creamy smell to it. Did you drink this out there with them? Did they prepare this for you?
I did. And Japanese green tea, not a normal brew for I think either of us.
Yeah.
So I can't. I feel like
Follow the instructions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I am trying my best to get this to around 130, and then we're gonna brew this for about a minute and a half.
Cool. These teas where you can't just flash brew them and kind of wing the temperature.
No.
They're harder to brew. I mean, just naturally, and so I think that if you brew one tea over and over again, you can kind of learn it and how long it takes to let it cool, or how hot to get the water and that sort of a thing. But when you brew so many different types of teas, there's no one size fits all answer. So,
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. And are we winging the amount of time this is taking?
Shooting for about 90 seconds.
Okay.
I guess I've ended up winging it because I'm not actually using a timer.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll see how it turns out.
Was the while we're brewing up a little bit, was the tea culture out there very formal? I mean, there's at least this sort of idea in our culture of Japanese tea culture being ritualistic, formal. It's not too schmoes in front of a camera. It is now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, very old tea shop. This is what you've descended to. Well,
Yeah. What was the experience
I want to
like?
say a little bit. It is. I mean, like there. I saw like the 24th generation owner guy like in front of like this like cast iron thing where he takes the water out and stuff like that. But at the same time, this establishment does sell the ancient old tradition of matcha ice cream. So it's old. You cross over a really old historic bridge, but there's also matcha ice cream.
Yeah.
Which
Gotta get that capital.
for me as like someone that drinks mainly Chinese green tea, that would be like a warning sign. But I'm not sure. I don't know enough about the Japanese culture to smell that. Yeah. And we do not rinse this because we do not.
Look at how freaking voluminous the tea leaves have.
I know.
So it's really hard to see on camera, but it's really just this like freshly cut grass mulch looking stuff that is filling up a lot of the pot. Here we go.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Oh, and that tastes like freshly mown grass.
Yeah, it's really salty and
very umami.
Yeah, super umami. Really, yeah, totally. It's very oceanic in that way. It doesn't have a lot of crispness, but it tastes fresh. So, if that means anything to anyone, it's almost like, wow, really powerful.
It is, yeah. It's kind of weird to have these sort of like almost lukewarm temperature teas, but they really, like, I had the same experience when I had this at their place. It's like bitter too, and it's like I never realized that you're actually supposed to have like this nice bitterness to this teas. Mm-hmm. So it's this sort of different level of appreciation for me. Yeah.
That's really good. It's very different. I mean, it's really different. It doesn't. It's somewhat grassy, but I'd say it's more umami flavored. Really salty. It felt really oceanic. Yeah, all those sorts of just wow. So much residual flavor. This is great. Passing the mom test.
I don't know.
Unlikely is what I would say.
I mean, in some ways, it is more appealing.
So now we flash brew this one?
Yeah. So we, the second brew, I think, kind of, now that the leaves have like absorbed a lot of liquid, you can go a little bit faster using a similar level of temperature here. Okay. But yeah. And then usually what we'll do is we'll slowly increase the temperature for and the time for falling brews.
The liqueur is it looks like there's a little sediment in it. It's very green.
Yeah, almost
yellow.
Yeah, the yellow lime green, something like that. Yeah.
Really, still just experiencing this tea, the juiciness of it, the aroma now of the pot as well.
Really lingers in your mouth. Just sort of coats your mouth with that like kind of like slightly creamy, sweet grassiness.
Yeah, I think it smells a little bit sweeter than it tastes.
Probably, yeah.
Let's get back in here. And it is not warm. I mean, it's like barely warm enough.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And they served it for me there 40 degrees cooler than this. So, I mean, like the tea, it's a totally different experience for someone used to drinking pu'er every day.
I was not expecting this to be this strong, but it is way stronger than the first steeping. Oh my god. Woo! I need to make sure I don't overdo it right now.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, we're just going to go one more infusion after this.
It's so, it's bitter, but in a sharp way. I don't know. There's like, I feel like bitter flavors often are like round and deep, and this is sort of like, it's just kind of like, man, it's like making my freaking sinuses go crazy. Wow, I don't know. This is a hard tea for me to describe. Apparently, I'm alluding to a lot of sensations that are happening for me. Really good, really different. Does not pass the mom test in my opinion. Not that moms can't handle a roller coaster of a tea experience. Man, it does not take much to keep me entertained, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, these teas terribly difficult to brew. We are using a really high leaf to water ratio, which was recommended to me. It's about 10 grams, and this teapot's 150 milliliters. I'm only filling up to maybe 110. So it's a ton of leaf per the liquid, but also really low temperatures. Yeah, it's
incredible. Wow,
really
so
strong.
Viscous now compared to the first steeping too.
Yeah,
which is strange. Yeah, it is really strong, very potent. This is certainly a like activating tea. I would not drink this in the afternoon. This is more, definitely like eat some food first and then have this tea.
Yeah, or some matcha ice cream.
Yeah, certainly.
So, because that was so strong, I'm actually going to deviate. I'm going to be Chinese about it and deviate a little bit from the parameters.
Oh, no.
And not brew this quite for the supposedly 30 seconds I was supposed to.
Yeah.
So.
Holy crap.
So this is going to be our last brew, guys. This tea is really strong. Denny's impression of this is very similar to how mine was.
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of expected it. It's like a green tea brewed at like really low temperature. You expect it to be kind of like weak and stuff, but it's kind of a fucking powerhouse.
Yeah. Holy crap. It's comparable to raw pu'er, young raw pu'er in its potency, but this is even more demanding. I mean, it is like every flavor is at 10. Not, you know, there's no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And you're only going to get, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 steeds out of this, but I'm not sure if I would want to even drink that many steeds.
Yeah. This isn't something exactly. This is so. It almost reminds me of mate a little bit. It's something that you want small amounts of kind of continuously. It's like really potent. It's bitter, definitely. I mean, all of those notes are offset and balanced by sweetness and crisp, fresh, you know, flavors. Very grassy. The umami layer is incredible and really pronounced compared to most teas that I've had before. Yeah, this is really good. Let's keep doing it.
Yeah. So this is going to be our last steep, guys. Still kind of a lime green. I feel like the color has changed a little bit each time.
Yeah.
A little bit difficult to tell in these cups. Ooh, that's continues to be strong. Really heavily on the savory, vegetal end of things here.
Yeah. Oh my god. This is not. You cannot manage this for 30 seconds. And the amount of leaf that is being taken up in the vessel is just incredible. We'll get some coverage of that. So
they recommended 5 grams per person. So I took the recommendation and I'm using 10 grams here. And that color is just like...
It's incredible.
A deep green.
So green. It is. It's just the most verdant, fresh. Yeah. Oh, what a powerhouse. Damn.
Whoo! Yeah, okay. That is bitter. That just coats my mouth. Yeah.
Did this taste, not to belabor this episode too much, so was this experience here, drinking it now in the States, different, the same, more intense, less intense than at the tea shop?
I would say that similar. Hard to say exactly. Maybe this is slightly more intense. But that being like I only really went to that tea shop when I was traveling, and I remember going, and it was a little bit before lunch, so I did not have food in my stomach, and I was just like, "Ooh, that's some strong fucking tea."
Yeah.
And afterwards, I ate some snacks.
Yeah,
stat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a sort of tea where, like, I don't know. I guess you have the tea and then maybe you eat a little bit afterwards, or maybe also before.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's strong. Gives you energy.
Oh my god. Yeah, it is a alertness demanding tea, that's for sure.
Yeah, and we had just 3 cups each of this. So not even an outrageous amount of liquid.
No.
At all, but
yeah, very stimulating. Again, I don't think this would pass the mom test by any stretch of the imagination, but still was really good, really different. Definitely check this out. James, can people find this?
They actually can. So I did some research after I picked this up, and this tea house is actually sourced by O-Cha. Okay. I think the tea's just a little bit more expensive. The markup's pretty small from what I could tell on theirs, and so this is the Fujitsubo Uji Gyokuro. So from one of the oldest tea shops in the world, Tsuen. So thank you to those guys over there too. So yeah, you can pick this up. I think it's about 36 cents a gram if you buy it from the US. So a session like this would be about $3-4. So I think pretty reasonable considering you don't want to drink it up too quickly.
No.
I think that just about concludes this. Any last words, Danny?
If folks want to learn more about tea, check us out at teadb.org. Subscribe to the YouTubes down below. Like the video if you like the video, and we'll